PokeMoshPit, how you doing on this fine Saturday before Valentine's Day? Wilechase here, hopefully here to brighten up your weekend and give you good leeway into the rest of the weekend and week. But anyways, got a good OU match here against fellow director and the best intern ever, InertFury, aka Rich. So let's get into it. He's testing out a team, I'm kind of testing one out too, but I'm running a rain team, he's running sand, well pseudo sand from him, but my team consists of defensive Politoed, Nasty Plot, Celebi, Double Dancing Terrakion, Special Defensive Dragonite with special moveset, CB Scissor, and then Focus Sashing Dugtrio, and you can kind of see his team, but what I'm looking at from his team, what I'm kind of thinking about, what are threats, main thing I got to watch out for is that Lucario, because if he gets an SD up, I don't have any secure counters to him, so I really got to watch out and make sure, kind of scout his moveset around, make sure I save certain things for certain things. Mainly Terrakion's going to be my best bet against it, but he does have that Skarmory and Gliscor who can take on Terrakion well enough, so I got to make sure I get those out of the way before I can take on Lucario effectively. So that's going to be kind of what I'm looking around for, that Skarmory, that Gliscor, and that Lucario. The rest of it I should have no problem with. Latias might give me a bit of troubles, but for the most part I should be able to cover it as long as I still have Scissor around. And you know, that's really all I got to care about, because Rotom I can handle fine, T-Tar can handle fine. It's just those guys I kind of got to keep an eye on. But for potential leads, I'm thinking he might just want to lead off with T-Tar to start off, and I'm thinking that Rocks will be pretty beneficial on my side, so I want to try and get them up ASAP. So I might as well lead off Dugtrio, and if he does decide to lead off with T-Tar or Rotom, I can easily just get Rocks up on them, because the thing is, he's going to want to try and counter my Politoed lead, whether it be with his T-Tar or his Rotom, and he decides to go off with Rotom, so what I can do is I get Stealth Rocks up right now. Since I have the Focus Sash, I can scout to see if he's Scarfed, or if he's some other variant at this point in time, and I see he's not faster than me, so I know he's at least not Scarfed, so that'll get rid of a little bit of worry on my side, because Scarf Rotom can be a bit annoying. So now with that knowledge, I figure he might want to go out to his T-Tar, just predicting me to go out to Celebi or something like that, so I figure I might as well go for Reversal. Dugtrio is as good as Death Fodder right now, so I might as well try and do that, but I noticed from his Gliscor coming in on that Reversal, he does not have the Poison Heal, which means that he might be running Stealth Rocks and Roost. Well, I know he's going to be running Roost, but he may be running the Stealth Rocks, which he does show he has the Stealth Rocks, so really I left in Dugtrio just to kind of get some damage off, because I knew he was going to lay up the rocks anyways, so I might as well use Dugtrio while I can, because I'd rather not save him for Death Fodder, because he's not the best Death Fodder in the world, and most of his guys I do have pretty good potential switch-ins with the rest of my shit, so I might as well just let Dugtrio go while I try and get some extra damage off. But I missed my final Stone Edge, which means he gets back up to full, so Dugtrio kind of did nothing against the Gliscor. Then again, it is a Gliscor, what's Dugtrio supposed to do against it? But I bring in my Celebi, I do have the HP Ice, but I know for a fact he's going to switch. None of his guys want to take a Nasty Plot hit from my Celebi, so I figure I can at least take one hit from any of his guys, fire off a Nasty Plotted hit back, and he goes out to his Latias, predicting me just to go for a Giga Drain or something. And here, he predicts me to switch out, fearing him being Calm Minding, because he knows that he should be able to win the Calm Mind War. But I know if he at least gets one Calm Mind up, that I'll still have the edge on him with the +2, so I can get some good damage off before being forced to switch out. So I just go right for HP Ice, and he was predicting me to go into Scissor, fearing the Latias. So he went out to his Skarmory, and he was like, "Why'd you do that, you motherfucker?" Yeah, that was kind of his reaction. But anyways, HP Ice did a lot, but only because of the fact that I had the rocks up, so I didn't think another one would take him out. So I'm going to go for another Nasty Plot, so that I can try and hit him with another one, and hopefully bring him down low enough. Plus, if I'm able to take out this Skarmory, I do have a bit more power to take on anything else on his team, so I might as well do that. But he goes for Brave Bird, does a good chunk, but because of that damage for sure, HPS will be able to take him out because of that recoil. So just going to go for another one. I know he's probably not going to want to switch out because he doesn't want anything else to take the hit, and even so, he might predict me to predict him to go out, fearing the HP Ice. So the point is, I just went for HP Ice just to be safe, and knowing nothing else wants to take a hit. So Skarmory goes down, which is really good because that gives a bit of leeway to Terrakion and a couple other things. So plus, especially Scizor, so that's kind of nice. But he goes into T-Tar, and I noticed since that his Gliscor is a Stealth Rocker, he's probably going to be Scarfed, and he's probably going to predict me to switch out, fearing the crunch, and go into Terrakion. So I just stay in, knowing I can probably live a Pursuit, and take him out with the Giga Drain, and he was especially pissed at this, because he was like, "Wow, can't believe you did that." And so I take him right out with Giga Drain, and that is awesome, because now I'm up 5-4, and I got a pretty good advantage over him, because I got a +4 Celebi. Nothing wants to take that hit, so what he's going to do is he's going to go into Latias, which Dragon Pulses me. It's going to do a lot, but not quite enough to try and bring me down. But since I got the +4, HPS is easily going to bring him down. There was no reason for him to start Calm Minding up, because otherwise he would have just probably still been taken out anyways because I was at +3 and I have a decent amount of special attack investment. But now he's going to go into Lucario. I do run the Earth Power, but he doesn't want to run the risk of that, so he's just going to go right for Extreme Speed. But also, as you can tell from the name, he's most likely a dual priority justified Lucario with the Bullet Punch. So, from that name, I'm going to assume that he does run the Bullet Punch. I know Rich likes to try and bluff it, but at the same time, his name actually does correlate to his sets usually. So I figure, alright, this should just be fine going into Politoed, firing off a Scald. And he does switch out to his Rotom, knowing he can take a Scald, and I'm not too scared of Rotom. I can easily go out to my Dragonite to take any hit he wants to go for, and I know that nothing on his team wants to take the Hurricane from Dragonite, so I just go right for Scald, not really fearing much, but I do get a crit burn. Doesn't matter too much later in the game, as you'll see, but anyways, gonna go right into Dragonite, and he's just gonna Volt Switch right out, knowing that it'll do a lot to Politoed, plus that's its only electric move, and in case I switch, he gets free switch advantage, so he might as well just take it. But what he's going to do is go into Gliscor, and I'm like, shit, he's going to go for Toxic or Ice Fang. That's not going to be good. I mean, the thing is with Dragonite right now, I can take all of his Rotom hits, and I can also take all of his Lucario's hits, because the fact that he didn't switch in Lucario here does show me that he carries the Bullet Punch instead of the Ice Punch or Crunch. So what he's going to want to do is go for the Taunt here, which is his final move on his moveset, which is like, whew! I don't interfere in Ice Fang or Toxic from this thing, which means Dragonite's survivability is going to be a lot higher than it would have been, so that is very nice, because I get to fire off a couple Hurricanes now, and I do have this thing still for Rotom for later, so that's going to be really nice to take that down with Dragonite. But anyways, fire off a Hurricane. He's just letting this Gliscor die at this point, because he feels like it's not really that useful anymore, which actually, he probably could have saved it and used it for later, but he was just like, screw it, I don't need it, which kind of was a little bit of a mistake, because after he kills off Dragonite, I only have Politoed to kill this thing off, and he found a way to kill off Politoed, then, Gliscor would have been really useful for him, but oh well, that's what he does. But now he's going to want to go to Rotom, because that's the best thing he has to take on Dragonite, because what he can do here is go for Rest, which is why the crit burn didn't matter, because he would have probably rested up anyways, because he would have been slightly around the same amount of health anyways. But anyways, I'm saying anyways too much, but I figured that he was just going to want to go for like a Volt Switch or something maybe, because I didn't know what his final move was. Then again, I didn't know he would have Rest anyways, but I'm just went for Hurricane in case he wanted to Volt Switch out to his Lucario. I figured that that would do more than a Thunder to it, and it would be more beneficial to try and hit that Lucario. But anyways, he's going to go for the HP Ice now, which I did not expect coming, because I'm still used to the mindset of HP Fire and HP Grass, but I guess a lot of people are starting to run HP Ice Rotom now. But then again, Rich hangs around a lot with Quack Penguin X and kind of steals some of his sets, so kind of makes sense that he has HP Ice. But anyways, HP Ice isn't easy to KO, even though I am special defensive. Do kind of need the multi-scale to live it. But anyways, now that he's so low from that initial Thunder and Hurricane that I did, I can go into Terrakion and take him out with the close combat, and that does give me a bit of leeway, because now I get to see if he really has Bullet Punch on his Lucario, which I'm still thinking he does, and if he does, that means he has no room to set up right now. Then again, he wouldn't have anyways, but just going to leave Terrakion as fodder, because what I can do next is I have Politoed and I have Scissor left. Barring no crits, I should be able to go into Scissor, live a close combat, and then take him out with a superpower. And if he does crit me, what I can do is I can just go into Politoed, and with that defense drop, that should be enough to take him down with a Scald. So that is kind of what I'm thinking right now. So he's going to go right for close combat, and it is unfortunately not enough to take me out for him. And now I can just hit him with a superpower, and since I am a Choice Banded Scissor, that will easily take him out, and that will make it be the match. So, good game, Rich. That was probably one of the better matches we've had for a while, and definitely, you know, one of the more rage-inducing for him. Like, seriously, he was a little bit mad, you know? It's always fun to see your friends get mad, though. But anyways, PokeMoshPit, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, tell me why you liked it, I don't know, whatever, but, make sure to go check out Rich. He is one of the best people ever in the universe, so you need to go check him out. If you've never heard of me before and you want to check me out too, link will be in the description. But anyways, remember, sub to MoshPit, sub to me, sub to Rich. Hope you guys enjoyed it, etc., 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 etc. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.